What is going on, guys? Jacobrdoty here, back from another vlog, and today it's going to be a quick update on the Mustang. It is broken, so this is not clickbait, but I just want to give an explanation of why I haven't been filming. Pretty cloudy, it was raining all day. Also, I've been busy with the end of the semester, school, work, stuff like that. So let's dive a little bit deeper onto what happened to the Mustang. Well, I was driving along 70, 75, cruise control actually, so not even launching, doing anything stupid. And Saturday at 11 o'clock at night, I just heard this whirring sound, literally like something was rubbing on something else at high speeds. Now, this happened whenever I wasn't doing anything with the car. Literally, like I said, cruise control, nothing. It started off pretty soft. I was about 5 miles away from home when it started. Then it went to 4 miles, so 1 mile, it just got terrible. The best way to describe this would be the Incredible Hulk getting underneath your car, grabbing his fist, and just smashing the underside of your car. It sounded terrible. Shouldn't have done this, but I did it anyways. I pulled over, obviously, to check everything. I couldn't see anything when I aired up. Literally, nothing looked different. But I did test this. I put it in neutral. It was totally fine in neutral. It was only happening whenever I was in gear, so it has to be something driveline. It was definitely behind me, so not my transmission, and it just felt like the Incredible Hulk was underneath my car. Since I was close to home and I was pulled over on a back road, I basically babied the car home, and I probably shouldn't have done that. It was stupid. As far as I could tell, there was nothing really wrong with the car. I could go into gear, everything was fine. I had limp mode and everything. It just sounded terrible. So I drove it home and everything was fine. I made it home just okay. Parked it in the garage and started to do some research. Now, when I did research, I found out it could either be the carrier bearing, the U-joint, or something else like the differential or something like that. Well, the differential would be more like a whining and clicking. This was, like I said, the Incredible Hulk. I'll put a video right here of a video that I found that's very identical to what I heard. So yeah, that sounded like crap, and I was pretty scared at this point because I didn't really know what was happening. Now, I parked it and everything. I didn't even have time to go and check it. So I waited a couple of days, then I finally got under it, tried to do everything. I tried to grab the drive shaft and everything, and nothing looked weird. Like, literally, I was expecting my transmission tunnel to be torn apart. Like, the drive shaft was slapping it. I was gonna have to paint it or fix it or something, but literally everything looked perfectly. So I needed parts, and it happened to be just in time for Black Friday. So I used Lethal Performance. I got a drive shaft shop, 900 horsepower aluminum drive shaft. So that's coming in. I also got the BMR upper control arm mount and the adjustable control arm. I guess there's a big deal with the pinion. I read CV drive shafts don't really need pinion adjustment, especially just because they have that CV axle joint or CV joint. But I just want to be careful, and even if I set the BMR at the stock distance, then at least it's going to have better bushings and less deflection. So the Black Friday sales also hit me again, and I got the oil pump gears and crank sprocket from Boundary Engineering. So I have those coming in. Obviously, that's going to be behind this. I ordered those before the drive shaft, but I really need the drive shaft before I start cracking into the motor, because right now I can't even drive the car. And then I also have the Steeda transmission bushing insert. I guess that's supposed to help with some of the deflection or some of the looseness, even with an MGW. So I kind of just got it because it was 30 bucks and I wanted to see the difference. I'll probably wait to do that until after the drive shaft, and I'm used to that. So that way I can really do a good before and after and give you guys my thoughts. Because I also heard that the drive shaft really livens up the car and like makes it so it revs freer and more responsive. So I just want to have that like back and forth, just so that way I have everything down, and that way I can really tell what's actually making the improvement. So yeah, this car is completely broken right now. It drives, I mean, it moves, it just sounds terrible. But yeah, this has also been all the way aired up. Everything is exactly the same. The tank hasn't lost pressure. The air ride's doing great. Yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick update of why I haven't been posting. I've been posting on Instagram and stuff, so follow me on Instagram to stay updated, and you guys can ask me questions and talk to me there. It kind of sucks, but it's part of the game. If you break it, you're just gonna upgrade it, or at least that's my motto. I'm gonna upgrade it with something even better. So this drive shaft's gonna be rated for 900 horsepower. It no longer will be the weak link if I ever go boost. Who's gonna boost their 5.0? That sounds stupid. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick update, let you guys know what's happening with the car. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything else has been the exact same. I literally even have the coffee in there from like that night that I got everything snapped. You guys asked about how the bags ride. I'll be making a video on that. I'll just let you know right now though, it's pretty good. Nothing's really changed from the Conies. Rides smooth. I love the up and down. Yeah, so I'll make more videos once the car's actually fixed. Real quickly, I just want to interrupt. I did get the Car Gazette box for this month. So it's a little bit slimmer, which I've noticed, which is pretty cool, but it has a bunch of SEMA stuff. Everyone knows about SEMA. If you know this car, you know it's on Instagram a bunch. It's called the Corrupt Mustang, twin turbo Ferrari, so pretty sick. It's in a sticker. The Car Gazette business card right there. There's their website. Mr. Pink by Chemical Guys. I did use a little bit of it, but I love this stuff. It's actually really nice. Got a good Phillips head right there. Got a cool spark plug sticker. Probably stick this on the toolbox. SEMA air freshener, they're always black ice, so it's always good to refresh. Unlimited supply of these through Car Gazette. I love these towels so much. I love how they have a short side and then the thick side. This is the poster for the month. It's a SEMA rat rod. Pretty cool. I like the cartoon design. For this month's shirts, you get the Corrupt Mustang with the Ferrari logo. This is kind of the Ferrari text, and that's the way the Corrupt Mustang is. And then also you get the nice spark plug one. This is the same one as the sticker. I actually really like this one, so I'll probably be wearing this one quite a bit. The only thing is, I like to wear the white because it's nice and cool and light, but you get it really dirty working on cars. So I just have to be extra careful when I'm doing stuff on the Mustang. Maybe wear it when I'm doing the dry shaft, who knows. Huge thank you to Car Gazette. Check them out down below. I'll have the link down in the description. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. I just wanna get you guys a quick update, let you guys know where I've been. I hope you guys enjoyed, or at least give me a thumbs up and comment down below about the new drive shaft. Of course, I'll have videos coming on all the suspension parts. If you guys enjoyed, then please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.